You ever think one tiny moment, one careless assumption can change the whole energy of a room? I do. I think about it every time I travel, every time I pull out that blue boarding pass that says first class, every time I notice people's eyes darting between the paper and my face like there's a glitch in the system. This one, thought his flight from Atlanta to New York, this was the day that theory went from background noise to front page news in my own life, and maybe for a few other folks too. So, let me paint the scene for you. It's late afternoon, airport packed, people shoulder to shoulder, gate agents calling out names like auctioneers. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, running late as always, still riding the high from signing the biggest contract my company's ever landed. My name's Marcus, right? Yeah, that Marcus, the one who built Orion Logistics out of a busted laptop and a $400 loan. But right now, I'm just another tired black man in a charcoal suit, trying not to wrinkle it before I even get home. My assistant's blowing up my phone with text. Did I eat? Did I get the new itinerary? Did I remember my mom's birthday while I juggle a latte in my carry-on, praying this plane has Wi-Fi and something cold to drink? At the gate, the agent glances at my boarding pass and flashes me a little, "You must be somebody" smile. Whatever. I'm used to the front of house treatment when my company logo's all over the news. But the real show starts at the airplane door. That's where she is, flight attendant, maybe late 30s, platinum hair, tied in a knot so tight, I wonder if she ever lets it down. She's chatting with the pilot, both of them laughing at some private joke, not a care in the world. I give her a polite nod, say good afternoon, because that's what my mom raised me to do. She doesn't even nod back. Instead, she steps into my path, eyes flicking from my suit to my face to the row behind me. First class is for premier passengers only, sir. Coach is down that way. I swear for a second I think she's kidding. Like maybe I've walked into the middle of the hidden camera show or something. But no, she's dead serious, arms crossed, voice clipped, chin tilted up like she's expecting me to argue. I could argue. I could drop the contract details, rattle off the list of CEOs I've had dinner with, show her the email from the airline's president thanking me for revolutionizing their global operations. Instead, I just hand her the ticket, steady as I can. C2A, I say. You can check. But she doesn't check. She calls the gate agent over like I'm the problem, whispers in his ear. I see a couple in the first row glance over. The woman actually nudges her husband and mouths something I don't quite catch. Guy behind me lets out this long, theatrical sigh. Every time, man, every time, like this is his show, not mine. Gate agent scans the ticket, sees my name, and suddenly his whole attitude flips, face flushes, eyes wide, stammering apologies. So sorry, mister. Right this way. The flight attendant still looks skeptical, but steps aside just enough for me to squeeze by. I can feel the weight of every stare, like I just walked into a courtroom instead of an airplane. And I know, deep down, this is not about a seat, this is about a story people already think they know before I even open my mouth. I take my seat, try to let it go, but you know what's worse than being doubted? Being doubted in public, with a whole plane watching. That's when it hits me, know someone on this flight. 3 rows back, across the aisle, there's Geraldine Carter, one of the first black women to ever captain a commercial jet for this airline. Retired now, sharp as ever, here for a family visit. She catches my eye, give me this look, equal parts sympathy and steel. She mouths, "You good?" I nod, but that nod says everything. I'm tired of fighting for the same inch of respect I bought and paid for. Now here comes the twist, me phone buzzes. It's not my assistant, not my office, but my friend Andre from the airline board. His text says, "Marcus, everything okay? Just got word about a situation on your flight." Turns out, the gate agent recognized my name and flagged the incident up the chain before I even buckle my seatbelt. Sometimes being on the right side of the system means you get a lifeline before you even ask for it. So I reply, "Just another day, but this needs fixing." Less than 10 minutes later, the captain gets a call from operations. There's murmuring up front, then a quiet announcement. Due to unforeseen crew adjustments, this flight will be briefly delayed. The flight attendant, the one who tried to send me to coach, gets called to the galley, doesn't come back. The pilot, her friend, looks shaken as he gathers his things and leaves the cockpit. Passengers start whispering, trying to piece it together, But no one looks at me now, not directly. Geraldine just shakes her head, then catches my eye and winks. Finally, a new crew boards, led by a woman who recognizes Geraldine and hugs her right there in the aisle. The new Captaina Latina, with a deep, reassuring voice, stops by my seat and says, "Thank you for your patience, mister. Right. Let us know if you need anything." That's when the first-class cabin gets real quiet, because even the doubters realize something big just happened, and maybe they were sitting on the wrong side of history for a minute. We finally take off, half an hour late. No one complains out loud, but you can feel the ripple of questions running through the cabin. I keep my headphones on, not because I want to shut the world out, but because I want to remember this moment, not the humiliation, but the silent shift of power when the system tries to swallow you and you refuse to let it. When we land, the new crew gives me a quiet nod, and Geraldine squeezes my shoulder as she passes by. "Keep making noise in all the right ways," she says. Next morning, my phone blows up. News got out, somehow, not from me, but from an employee who saw the whole thing go down. The airline issues a public apology, rolls out mandatory bias training, and brings Geraldine in as a consultant. My company's contract stays, but now we have equity clauses baked into every deal. The world doesn't change overnight, but you take your wins where you can, even if it means someone else finally gets a seat at the table because you refuse to give up yours. And that's how it went down. Funny how the people most eager to judge who belongs up front are usually the ones who've never had to fight for their spot. So, what do you think should dignity come stamped on a boarding pass? Or is it about time we started seeing people for who they really are, beyond a seat number or a suit? Drop your thoughts below. Argue if you want. But just remember, sometimes the quietest fights are the ones that end up changing the most. Now tell me, what would you have done if it was you at that gate? How many times do we have to play this game before the rules finally change?